Welcome back to Family Health. Today we've been talking about life's little annoyances and how you can take steps to make sure that your digestion is functioning properly so that you can enjoy your favorite foods without the worry of gas and bloating and indigestion and heartburn and all of the ails that may go along with eating your favorite foods now that your lifestyle has potentially changed in maybe a slightly unhealthy direction. But you're going to make those changes that are required to start seeing an improvement in your digestion. Don't forget, we talked about increasing your water intake to the point where your urine comes out clear and colorless. That may mean more than 8-ounce glasses per day for you, depending on your level of health, your lifestyle, the amount of exercise and activity that you participate in on a daily basis, and whether or not you are dealing with any chronic health issues, including obesity, diabetes, arthritis, or any list of chronic health issues. We also talked about incorporating more fiber into your diet. The way you're going to do that is by introducing more fruits and vegetables into your daily routine. Be sure to start your morning with some fruit and then incorporate fruit and vegetables as part of your snacks throughout the day and as the main portion of your meals for both lunch and dinner. And the one thing that cannot be overlooked when it comes to your digestion is making sure that you've got proper nerve supply to all of the organs of digestion, your stomach, your liver, your kidneys, and of course the intestines, so that your body can process out that nutritious and delicious food that you're now choosing to incorporate into your lifestyle and remove all of the nutrients that you need and discard of the waste products in a timely and healthful fashion. Now, one of the things that you can do in addition to increasing your water intake, adding some more fiber, and being sure to have your spine in alignment so that your nervous system can function free of interference to allow your digestive system to work properly, is incorporate some exercises that will help the torso area, specifically the abdominal area, to keep those muscles strong and tight, and the hips and low back to make sure that your torso is strong, holding your intestines in where they belong. For those of you that have had a baby, you know that when your stomach grew and the baby stretched you out, that baby was pushing on the internal aspect of your abdominals and your abdominal wall. And once the baby was born, that stretch was still there, and it took quite a while for your belly to shrink back. But in the meantime, after the baby was born, when everything was stretched out and your baby was no longer there, it allowed the organs to start to sag a little bit and push against that external abdominal wall. So we need to be sure that we are using our muscles properly to hold our abdominal muscles in so that you can start to have a better functioning digestive system simply by allowing everything to go back where it belongs. So we're going to start off first and foremost by taking our feet very wide, turning your toe out, and I want you to really tuck your tailbone under. So look at how far out we've got our feet. They're wider than my hips, they're wider than my shoulders, and they are wider than the knees with the toes turned out. And then with the pelvis, just really tuck it under, and I want you to pull in on that belly button and pull in on that abdominal wall. Now when you do that, you're in a neutral spine position, and you're really pulling the organs in by using the abdominal muscles as sort of a girdle to hold everything back in place. I want you to hold this position for the next 15 seconds with me and just really focus on pulling that belly button in real tight toward your spine. Can you do that? You've got 10 more seconds. You're doing a great job. Just hold that right there. Continue to breathe naturally. Don't hold your breath. You're doing great. You've got 3 more seconds. You did it. Great job. Now, as we relax, I want you to let your tailbone go back behind you and then tuck it way under. And let's do that again. Push your tailbone back and then tuck it way under. Let's do that 2 more times. Push your tailbone back, tuck it way under. Very good. And one more time. Push that tailbone way back and tuck it under. Great job. We're going to bring the feet in. And I'm actually going to turn to the side because we're going to exaggerate the movement we just did. Place your hands on your thighs and just really let your belly sag down, arch your back, Now stay in this arch position, pull the belly button in, and now start to round your spine and bring your chin down to your chest. Great. Now drop that low back down, lift the tailbone up, bring your head back, and round it back up. You got it. 2 more times. Just arch, lifting the head and the tailbone up to the sky. And round it back up. Pulling in on that belly button. Let's do it one more time. Really exaggerate the position. And round it back up. Great job. Roll your spine up. And we're going to bring it down to the ground where we're going to do some exercises that'll really focus on the abdominal muscles, the glutes, and the low back. So go ahead on your back. Start off by placing your feet wider than your hips. Lie down on your back, and then just scoot your feet in close toward you. Let the back relax into the ground so that your waistband is pressed down, and then just slightly tilt your tailbone up. Did you see that? We just slightly lift the cheeks up, pressing the waistband down. Now I want you to use one hand to grab the back of the head and the other hand to grab the back of the neck. So one hand on the back of the head, the other hand on the back of the neck. Notice my chin is away from my chest, and we're just going to bring the ribs toward the hips and let it back down. What I don't want you to do is this. If you start to curl the chin in, you're going to strain the neck. You won't work the abdominals. So cradle the back of the neck, cradle the back of the head, tilt your chin back, and just curl in and out, in and out. You want to be sure that you're pulling your belly button in toward your spine. Be sure to pull your belly button in toward your spine, just like we did in that last exercise we performed when we were standing, when we pulled our belly button in. Good job. Just do a few more to reinforce this position, reminding yourself at all times to keep the chin tilted back away from the chest and keep the head relaxed in the hands. You're doing great. Good. And let it down. Relax the upper body and just go ahead and drop the hands down by the sides. We're going into a bridge position. So the way to do the bridge is to just lift up the tailbone, the waistband, the low back, and the upper back, and then roll it back down. Good job. Tailbone, waistband, low back, upper back, and then roll it back down. We're going to do a few more of those just to make sure you've got the hang of it. Lift and roll it back down. And one more, lift and roll it back down. Now the second way to do this position is to just lift straight up without rolling. So lift the hips up and straight down. Lift up and straight down. Lift and straight down. You got it. Again, making sure that you're pulling in on your belly button while you're doing the exercises. Just do 2 more. And last one. Great job. Come on all the way up to a seated position. Extend your legs out in front of you. You're going to put one leg straight, bend the other one, and then cross it over. Now, many of you have done this stretch before, but we're going to teach you how to do it properly. I want you to sit up nice and tall, place one hand behind you, and just twist, look back over your shoulder. That's your position right there. This position is going to help wring out your digestive system. It's going to help your body function a little bit better. It's going to stretch you, and it's going to help you to feel fantastic. Come back to center and switch. One leg is extended, the other leg is bent over. Now, if bending it over is too hard for you, you can keep it on this side. But if you're able to cross it over, go ahead. Just hold on to this leg, put your hand behind you, lift up to a nice tall position, and then turn and try to get your chin way back towards your shoulder. You got it. Hold that position. Nice job. Come back to the center, and we'll switch and do that again. So one leg is straight, the other leg is bent. You can choose to cross it over or not, depending on your flexibility and your ability. Lift up nice and tall, put the hand behind you, turn and look. And for those of you that are very flexible, you can reach this arm over and just twist yourself a little bit further, lifting your spine up, keeping your chin up, and breathing naturally in through your nose and out through your mouth. Great job. Come back to the center. Switch your legs one more time. Again, you can either keep it here or cross it over to increase your stretch. Sit up nice and tall. Turn. Lift your chin. And if you're very flexible, you can put your hand here and twist yourself a little bit further, keeping your spine upright, keeping your chin up. Very good. Now, as we bring it back to the center, we're going to bend our knees. So come back to the center, bend both knees, and I want you to push yourself forward using your hands so that you can rock up, walk your hands forward, and come to this position. From here, just step 1 foot back and push yourself up to an upright position. It's always good to finish up any exercises with a nice cleansing deep breath. So take one huge deep breath in through the nose and blow it out through the mouth, getting rid of all that garbage. And congratulate yourself on a job well done. You're doing a great thing to make better decisions, better choices in your life so that you can start to get rid of life's little annoyances and you can start to experience greater health, greater digestion, and a better level of vitality by increasing your water intake, increasing your fiber, and making sure that your nervous system can function freely without interference so that you can enjoy all that life has to offer. Thanks for joining us on Family Health. I'll see you back next week. Bye-bye, everybody.